Look, one of the main goals of SMMA is to achieve financial freedom and location freedom, and a huge milestone to get to that point is hitting your first 10K month. In this video, I'm going to go through some things you need to do to get to 10K as fast as possible within your social media marketing agency. Hey guys, what's up? My name is Will. Thanks so much for stopping by. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Let's dive right into it. So the first thing I see when I notice agencies that aren't achieving that 10K goal is they're trying to do it all. Don't try and do it all. The best offers come from when you're specialized in one or two services, and you can become really, really good at both of those services. What I mean by this is if somebody goes to your website and they see that you have 10, 15 different services, they can kind of get skeptical and say, well, how can you possibly do all these things? Are you really that good at all of these things? Whereas if you have 2 to 6 services, you have a more niched down kind of approach in terms of what you offer, which gives the client more confidence that you know what you're doing instead of kind of spreading yourself thin. So when you start your agency, the thing that you need to do is really figure out what you're good at. Are you good at social media marketing? Are you good at editing videos? Are you good at SEO? Maybe you can copyright. There's a lot of things to do within the marketing web, and that's why a lot of people love starting an SMMA. And I say SMMA, but I really mean just a marketing agency in general, because SMMA means social media marketing agency, but a lot of things can go to social media, like copywriting, like SEO, like optimizing those funnels to drive sales. But what I would do is I would start with your first couple clients, maybe they're free clients or very low ticket clients, kind of try some different services that you think you're confident in and you think you're good at, really figure out what you're good at, drive some results under your belt, and then you can offer those big ticket clients or bigger ticket clients your services for a higher price. So breaking it down in a sense of math and basic understanding, that means you need 10 $1,000 a month clients, or 5 $2,000 a month clients, or 7 $1,500 a month clients to achieve that goal. And that's just for the revenue. That's not including your expenses, other things that you may have to set money aside for. So really getting that 11, 12,000 goal is the ideal mark for attaining $10,000 that you can then spend whatever you want to on in terms of profit. So number one is niching down in your services, making sure you're really good at a couple of things, and then offering that service to those bigger ticket clients. The second thing that I always preach is outreach. When you're starting an agency, clients don't just come to you, especially if you don't have a website, especially if you don't have any funnels to get to your services. You need to manually do the outreach and offer your services to people that don't know who you are quite yet. I'm a big believer in Upwork. That's how I personally scaled my agency when I started, and I got my first 5 to 6 clients. And I think that's the easiest kind of way to start. There's no barrier of entry. You do need to buy some connects that's like 10, 20 bucks. But the ROI that you're going to receive on those $10 to $20 is going to be absolutely insane. I have outreach templates that I have been emailing people on Twitter that have worked for me. So if you're interested in those, reach out to my Twitter at Growing Your Biz. Those templates will probably be packaged in one of my courses coming up soon. So I would go ahead and grab it while it's free. Send me a DM at Growing Your Biz on Twitter and I'll handle it for you. But outreach is the most essential part to getting to that 10K month, because if you don't have any clients, there's obviously no way you can make money, and outreach is the only way that you can start talking to those clients, you can land those meetings and then close them. So Upwork, in my opinion, is the best outreach method for beginners. You can also do cold email, cold calling for local businesses. It really just depends on what your niche is and what you're offering. So for me, in the e-commerce niche, a lot of e-commerce stores are on Upwork. They're available for cold email. So I go to Upwork, I go and cold email them, and that's how I got my first 5, 6, 7 clients. I think a good objective goal for outreaching, especially when starting, is try to do 20 to 30 a day. And it may sound pretty crazy, but I know that a lot of people within this industry really want to grow as much as possible. And if you don't have any obligations, if you have free time, there's no excuse for you not to be outreaching. When I had my 9 to 5, I would work from 9 to 5. I would come home. It would be like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and then I would sit down. I'd probably take a nap first, honestly. I'd probably take a nap. I'd get on my computer and I would work from 6 o'clock until midnight every single day. And that was mainly outreach, and that was just doing the fulfillment for the small clients that I had under my belt already. Guys, it's not impossible at all. The only way you can do it is outreach. The cool thing about this is you could start today. A lot of people think that there's like upstart you need to do. You need to get a logo, a name, some people under your belt. No, you just need you and an Upwork account. I think you need to be 18 years or older to go for that, but if that's not your thing, if you're not 18, then you can easily start cold emailing. But the point is, you could start today. So I don't understand why a lot of people are waiting on the opportunity to come to them. You need to go to it. So you have your offer, you have your outreach. The last thing you need is consistency. Like many YouTube channels or really any brands that you're trying to grow, you're not really going to get anywhere if you try once a week, if you post a video video once a week, once a month, whatever it may be. If you're outreaching once, twice a week, it's not consistent. And if you're wondering where your lack of results is coming from, it's from that. I have this saying that I love to say, it's consistency beats motivation when motivation runs out. Motivation will run out. That's just a biological fact. Motivation is not going to be there always. You're going to wake up some days and you're not going to want to go to work. You're not going to want to do outreach. You're not going to want to do the fulfillment. But consistency and having that consistent drive to push past those points where you don't have motivation is very, very key to scaling your business. Look, if the most rich and successful people in the world were never consistent, they would not be where they are now. And I'm a firm believer that if you're consistent, as long as like your outreach may not even be good, but if you're consistent in your outreach and you're consistent with your offer, you're going to land clients. Like it's just simple as that. So I want to encourage you guys out there to stay consistent, to have a high ticket offer, and to outreach is really those three pillars that you're going to need to scale your agency to 10K a month. I'm just getting now to that point after 6-7 months. But there's people that have done it in 30 days, which is crazy. It's absolutely possible. There has been moments and times in my agency that I have not outreached, that I have really not focused on it, and not really kind of done the best of my ability to get to that 10K a month mark. So it's definitely possible for under the 6-month mark. But that's how I'm getting to that point. That's how you guys can get to that point. Stay consistent, stay outreaching, and have a good offer that is genuinely valuable, that you can really drive results behind, and you won't have any problems getting those clients, I promise. If you're interested in a 1-hour consultation, the link is down below. Just talk about your business, talk about your agency, maybe some tips and tricks that I talk about there that I don't necessarily talk about in my videos I can provide for you guys. If you're interested, that would be great. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. See you guys in the next one. Peace.